Hey, we're live. We're in the upper gallery at the Hoboken Historical Museum, August 14th, I believe. It's a great night here with Hoboken Talks, and really happy that you're tuning in. We actually have a few guests sitting in the back there, which is unusual. We usually don't let people come in. And then Rand Hoppe is our engineer. And you can watch on YouTube, which is our preferred channel, and also on Facebook. We've done over 100 programs, so this is almost like a tradition now. And eventually we're going to get to all the mover and shakers in Hoboken. And so tonight we celebrate with Luigi Percontino, and we've known each other over the years, but we really have never sat down like this. And welcome, Luigi. Let me shake that hand. All right,
thank you.
definitely. Cool. And I guess we should just mention, let's not go too deep, but who's in the background?
My favorite politician, Mayor Thomas F. Vezzetti.
Cool. And I don't know how many people remember Tom, but he was our character, our favorite mayor, and I think only Hoboken could have produced a mayor like him.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I guess let's sort of go chronologically, and we'll start with the first picture, and we're looking at, I think, yeah, that's the one. So tell me about this picture.
My parents' wedding in 1959 in Monte San Giacomo.
In Monte San Giacomo. Are you in that picture?
No, I wasn't born.
Okay. And so who are the young folks?
I believe those are my cousins.
Okay.
I believe they were my cousins.
Tell me a little bit about your parents.
Well, my father was a shepherd in Monte San Giacomo. Like
shepherd?
Shepherd, yeah. They had lots of sheep in San Giacomo because that was the tradition because the grandparents and then my grandfather, and then he was a shepherd. He was not crazy about it, so he immigrated to Brazil at the age of 18. He stood there for about 12 years. Then he came back to San Giacomo in 1958 to 59, met my mother, they got married, and he went to Germany. He was there for 7 years. He was a Friedrichshafen in Germany.
He was a what?
In Friedrichshafen, the name of the city. Friedrichshafen.
Okay, missed it.
And then in 1967, he decided to go back to Brazil because that was the love of his life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was glad to give up shepherding.
Yes, he was, because it was hard work.
Sure.
Hard work.
And your mom?
My mother was agriculture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so tell me what you know about San Giacomo. I mean, you've visited, I'm sure.
I mean, I left San Giacomo when I was 8 years old, exactly December 9th, 1968, and we went to Brazil. And I have lots of memories, and it was nice. It was a nice place to grow up. It was very nice to grow up.
Right,
Yeah.
but you don't remember it that well because you're so young.
Well, I remember one particular thing. In 1967, there was a mayor election in Monte San Giacomo, and there were two political parties, the Christian Democrats and the so-called socialists, and I used to go to all the debates. I believe that was one of my turning points about politics. I really got involved because I used to love to go listen to the debates every night. And that's how I started.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Huh. And but you're saying that like agriculture was the big business?
Monte San Giacomo was
Right,
agriculture
good.
was olives, tomatoes, potatoes, and farm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then why are there so many people from that town in Hoboken?
Well, Monte San Giacomo immigration, I believe that most of them went to Brazil in the late 20s and then early 50s. And I don't think that the United States holds the majority of San Giacome's. Most of them Brazil. Then some went to Germany, Switzerland, South Africa, Austria.
And they're going for economic reasons?
Economic reasons, work,
Right.
yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
And are things like, is it a vibrant city now, Monte San Giacomo? Or is there work? Is there?
If I'm, not really, because the population when I was there, it used to be around 3,000, 3,500. Now every year gets less. There's no birth.
Right.
Matter of fact, I just found out, I know what is accurate, that the elementary school, first grade and second grade, there's only 2 kids.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
yeah,
And do you remember how your mom and dad met?
I have no idea. Most of the marriages in San Giacomo, maybe South of Italy, were fixed marriages.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
my father didn't live too far from my mother.
Right.
They were neighbors. I guess through the parents.
To the parents.
I guess through the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. And we're going to move on to the next. Where are we?
One of the love of my life, Sao Paolo, Brazil.
So that's how many years did you spend there?
5 years.
5 years?
Yes.
And what was special about that location?
Well, I was 8 years old when I got there. I arrived in Santos, was the port city, because we went with a ship. December 22nd, 1968. And I guess it was love at first sight. I don't know. Yes, it was hard because I learned a new language, Portuguese. And it was nice. It was very nice. I spent 5 years, wonderful 5 years of my life.
So some similarities between Italian culture and Portuguese?
It's Latin language, so, but you still got to learn.
Right.
And it was great. It was good. There's one incident only that I remember about Brazil that I was not very happy with. Has to do with soccer. In 1970, Italy played Brazil for the World Cup. So back then, if you win it 3 times, you keep it. It was the Julius Rimet Cup. And Brazil won the cup. They beat Italy 4-1. So during the week, I was, they were teasing me because I was the only Italian kid in the whole school. And they were, oh, Luigi, we're going to beat you guys. We're going to do this. He goes, no, Italy's going to win. Italy's going to win. So I watched the game home with my father. So the next morning, when I got up in front of my house, in red, they wrote, Brazil 4, Italy 1. Mangia macaroni. Eat macaronis. And that was, I couldn't forgive them for that.
I can see why you wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I stood home 1 week. I didn't want to go to school. Then my parents convinced me to go to school. But then I got my revenge.
Okay. How did that happen?
They the school councils in Sao Paulo. The school was Ateneo Santos Dumont, and she goes to me. She goes, Luigi, you know what? I want you to run for school president, for student president. I said, what am I doing? I'm the only Italian. They're not going to vote for me. But no, but you're very popular. You got so many friends in the school. And I won. And I was the school president the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Yeah.
There you go.
Matter of fact, in 2000, I went back to Brazil for the first time because we had a reunion for San Giacome's in the world. So I said, the first thing, I got to go to Peña. I got to go see my school. When I went in, I spoke to the principal. Of course, he didn't know who I was. I said, listen, do you have the record of all the school presidents of the school? He goes, come in my room. And my picture was still there.
All right.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
My picture was still there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So we're moving along. So how old are you, you think?
In this picture?
Yeah.
Of course I remember. I was a junior in college.
And where are you?
I'm, I believe, sixth and Willow.
Okay. Just sort of inside scoop. This is actually
Yes.
in front of the house that I live in.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's 63 Willow
And across the
Terrace.
street used to be a barber shop.
That's right. And when Holly and I bought the house, the first thing we did was chip off that brick face.
Yes.
And revealed the real brick.
The real brick,
And
yeah.
lots of other people started doing it in the terrace too.
Yes.
So it looks much better.
I think they used to make keys in that.
Yeah, that was the key shop.
I think it was a key
Mrs.
shop.
Griffin.
Yes.
So you just happened to be standing in front of that?
I happened to
or-
be standing, and my friend, my tenant, John Paul, took a picture of me.
Okay.
And then after so many years, he gave me the picture. Yeah.
And tell me about school.
When I came from Brazil, I left, I think it was 6th grade. So when I came here, they skipped me a grade. I don't know for what reason. They put me on 7th. So I went to Brent for about 2-3 months. And the school year, I arrived here March 18th. School finished in June. And then we moved to Adams Street. Back then, you had to go to school where you lived.
Right.
So the principal, which was a member of the club, Mr. Tatari, goes one day, "Hey, Percontino, what are you doing here? You don't belong here." So I had to transfer from Brent to Demorest. So that's what I did, my middle school in Demorest. But I think it was the greatest thing of my lifetime. Oh my God, I enjoyed being in Demorest for those 3 years. It was just great. I lots of memories and lots of friends I still have today in Demorest. And then I went to Hoboken High School. I graduated in 1978. And I went to college and JCU. Back then was JCU State. And I majored in political science and international studies.
Did you play soccer at school?
No, I was never a good soccer player.
Okay.
Never,
Just
never.
You were
I
a
was
fan.
a horrible soccer player. But I was a good recruiter.
Okay.
Good recruiter.
Definitely.
Still am today.
Sure.
Yeah.
So why do you think soccer is so popular now, or more popular now?
I have to say it was Pele.
Uh-huh.
When he arrived here in 1975.
It's just
Absolutely. You have to give it credit what credit is due.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Hoboken, no one was really playing soccer in the 80s.
We did. No, we had our ethnic clubs in Hoboken, Juventus Club, Monte San Giacomo, Morfetta, but never. Then when the Cosmos came, and then the new MLS, Major League Soccer, they invested a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say one thing: Hoboken United Soccer Club is doing a fantastic job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you go to the Red Bull games a lot?
I have to say I believe a 30-year season ticket holder.
Uh-huh.
This year I've been going to a lot of games.
Right.
I used to have 2 tickets. I used to take my son. Then my son got married, moved to Long Island, so I gave up 1 ticket.
Right.
But I'm still there.
Okay.
I take my friends.
So now we're probably going to get into another area, and tell us, that sort of connects with our background, which we saw previously. So that's you on the right, and you're wearing a V button.
For Vezzetti.
So this is the mayoral election.
Of 1985, this was the runoff election because there were 4 candidates, and Vezzetti and Capello went to the runoff.
Right.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this picture was taken near that housing authority, and Nora Jacobsen was doing the Deliver Vacant movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I guess, tell us about Tom. Do you know how you met?
Tom was fundamental to my life. Tom was just an incredible person. He liked me very much. I liked him very much. The reason why I'm in politics and I love politics was because of him. He was an idealistic. I'm an idealistic. And although we disagree on certain things, he was more center. I was more lefty. I'm still lefty.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, he's always, there's that famous Daily News cover that said,
I was there.
Okay, the
I was there.
wackiest mayor.
We were coming out of NYU because he had enrolled for the PhD program. Unfortunately, died and he didn't finish.
Right.
Yeah.
But the title of that news
The
article.
wackiest mayor
Right.
in America.
So was that an accurate title?
To me, no.
Okay.
To me, no. The
And
man was brilliant. It's just that people describe him different. I knew him very well. He was brilliant. He used to talk to me about history. He gave me a lesson on Adlai Stevenson. I don't know if you remember
Sure.
Adlai Stevenson.
Sure.
I still remember word by word what he said about Adlai Stevenson. He goes, "Luigi, do you know why Adlai Stevenson did not become president of the United States? Because the first time in America they did a live debate, and Adlai Stevenson had a hole in his shoes, and the cameras went to look at the hole, not what was coming out of his mouth."
right. He was known as a really smart man.
Adlai
Adlai.
Stevenson. Brilliant.
Sure.
Brilliant.
So do you remember some more stories about Mayor Tom Vezzetti?
I don't know where to start. I
give us
don't
a
know where
few.
to start. I remember that we went to New York one time and he drove the car, the mayor car. I said, "Tom, don't drive the car. Let's go with the train." And I don't know if you remember, the car was stolen or he didn't remember where he parked. And they made a big fuss out of it. They took the car away from him, which was just terrible.
I thought part of the story was like he thought the car he parked the car, and then he couldn't find it when he went to pick it up.
Well,
And then
I
he
did-
reported it stolen.
Correct.
And then a few weeks later, they found it, and I think Mayor Koch was in New York at the time.
Yeah, Mayor
and
Koch, yeah.
sort of sent him a letter saying, please pick up your car. It
But
was
he-
never stolen.
It was never stolen, no, but we thought it was stolen.
Right.
We thought it was stolen. And honestly, it was my fault, because I was younger than him, and I should remember where we parked. But now I remember exactly where we parked, because we were near Macy's. And,
So that was a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loses their car,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that was a pretty drastic
Yeah.
one, sure.
yeah.
And then, were you surprised he got in?
My mother used to say to me, Luigi, one of the most admirable things in your life that you know how to read people's eyes. And I agree with that, because I used to campaign with him. Nobody campaigned with more than I did. I was with him 24/7 almost. We knocked more doors in Hoboken than any politician will ever do. Although now it's different, because now they have internet, they have this, they have that. And I have to say one thing. When he used to talk to people, he was such a nice person. And you notice if they were real or not real. And I said, Tom, you're going to win this election by 500 votes, the runoff. He won by 483 or 463.
And I guess many people don't know that he died in office.
Tom died March 1st, 1988. It was a special election between Alderman Hogan and Councilman Wilson. And he was very, very disappointed. So I walked him home, because Tom used to live on 14th Street. He lived on the top floor. And when he reached the top floor, he dropped. And then I believe that he was dead already there, but they claimed that he died in the hospital. But I was with him. I was right next to him.
And then for years, his family ran the Madison Bar and Grill.
Yes, that's what he used to tell me, but I'm not
Yeah,
privy
okay,
to.
sure.
But that's exactly what I was told.
Right. And he had been a city councilman before becoming mayor.
Tom won an election in 1983. He beat Kramer, and it was so surprised that he had won the election. And then from there on, in 85, he became mayor.
So how do you remember dates like this?
Because I was very close to him.
Yeah. Wow. So that was a
I'm still close to him.
so that was a pretty sad occasion.
Very sad, very
Right,
sad, very
right.
sad.
And-
Tom was just special to me.
Right. And as I remember, they had kind of a wake in City Hall.
Was one of the biggest wake that I ever remember in my lifetime.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess speaking of mayors, here's another shot of Tom. Do you remember any of his expressions he used to use?
I honestly,
Okay. No, I can remember he would like see a guy walking down the street and he would say, "Hey, handsome,
yes,
who are you going to
he used
vote
use
for?"
hands, who are you going to vote for?
Right. And
Yeah, this was the only special. I don't remember now. You're not going to vote for me because I'm that good. The reason why you're going to vote for me because they're bad. That's what he used to say. I'm not that good, but they're that bad.
okay.
That's what he was right. He was
Sure,
absolutely right.
Sure. And I see the campaign poster behind. Who's
Yes.
he's running against?
Capiello.
Right, Cappiello, who had
And
been
the headquarters were right next door.
right.
536 and 534 Washington Street.
Wow. Did people like listen against the wall? And
Who
kind of-
knows?
yeah.
Maybe.
And Mayor Cappiello had been mayor for
3 terms.
right, 3 terms.
terms.
He was running for his 4th. Or
He was
that-
running for his fourth. Because
Fourth.
he got elected when I came to the United States in May 1973. There was about 11 people running that year.
I'm going to call you when I want to check dates. You're faster.
May 1973.
You're
no
faster.
run, no
you're
runoff.
faster than Google.
No runoff.
Okay, I don't think I'd find it on Google. And people will say that Mayor Cappiello didn't really want to run. He was sort of sick of it and didn't want to win.
I'm not privy
Yeah,
to that.
I mean, that's what you would hear. It could be more
Who knows?
gossip.
Who knows? Who knows?
And you sort of forgot one signature connection with Tom Vezzetti. How would he campaign when he walked around?
He used to be very talkative.
Right.
Very friendly.
I'm referring to what's he holding in his right hand?
His campaign brochure.
Right. Okay. And then isn't there a megaphone there?
And a megaphone,
Okay.
the bullhorn.
Right. The
He's
bullhorn.
buried with that bullhorn.
Right. So I remember
yeah,
that. And then in the background is is Councilman.
Then he became mayor. Yeah,
right,
Mayor Pasculi.
Patty
Pasculi, yes.
Right. On there. Wow. Yeah. That was an incredible. I lived here during that. And I remember I went away to England when they had the regular election, and I was so sad that I was happy to go on this trip, but I thought, oh my God, I'm going to miss the election.
Absolutely.
And then I remember just like screaming when I heard there was going to be a runoff.
It was one of the biggest parades that I ever remember.
Yeah, can you talk about that night a little bit?
It's almost impossible to talk about because there were so many people. I remember walking next to him, and then when we went into City Hall. But it's just incredible. So many people hugging, happy. It was like a revolution.
It was.
Yeah.
It reminded you like a Vita or something
Vita,
like that.
yeah.
You know, so it was pretty
Yeah.
special.
It was just great. It was just great.
So, you know, he didn't really get through one term.
He was sworn in July 1st, 85. He died March 1st of 88. So
Right. And not to really say bad things about him, but was he in over his head as mayor? People would talk about that. I mean, he had a great personality, a heart of gold, but was he really prepared to run the city?
I really don't want to talk about that.
Okay, no problem.
I don't
No
want to talk
problem.
about that.
Sure,
No.
sure. And he did have some really good supporters.
Absolutely.
And can you say a word about them?
Lori Fabiano, Joe Delafaye, Helen Conning, Angelo Valenti, and Luigi Percontino.
Okay, there
Yeah.
you go. That was the brain trust.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And okay, we're moving on. So tell us who that is.
My wife for 38 years.
Wow, 38. Congratulations. Right. And how did you guys meet? Was it an arranged marriage?
Yes and no. I went to Italy in 1986, and we brought a soccer team to Italy. Went to do a tournament there, and we lived in my grandparents' old house. So she came to her sister's house. The sister's house was right next door to our house because that house belonged to my grandmother's sister. And I said to my mother, "Who's that beautiful girl?" She goes, "I don't know who she is," because she was born in 1968, and that was the year that I left for Brazil. I'm 8 years older than her, so I didn't know who she was. She goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll ask the sister. Her name is Rosa." She goes, "Let me see." And so my mother asked the sister about her, if she was engaged, if she had a boyfriend, and nothing happened after that. So one night we went to a retreat with the soccer team, and she was coming down the hill. She had to go work in the agriculture, and I stopped. I said, "Oh, no, you want to come to my house? You got to meet my parents first." So my mother and I went to meet the parents and did the year after we got married in 87.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So where are you married? In
San Giacomo.
San Giacomo.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Excellent. And let's see, this is
My
your-
daughter,
Gotcha.
Dawn, yeah.
A nice big smile.
Yes. I guess she looks like me.
And tell us about Dawn.
Dawn is a barber in Hoboken, and she's a very, very nice person. Very, very nice person.
Right.
Very nice person.
And so it's great to hear does she live in town or?
She lives in Bergen County.
Okay.
I think she lives in Fairview.
Gotcha. Okay. So a little bit of a commute.
Yes.
That's
I
what
think
it
her husband drives her here.
Okay, cool. And other family,
That's my daughter, ToniAnn.
right?
Yeah, that was the Demers graduation. Matter of fact, she went to Demers also, like I did. That was 2002, I believe, 8th grade graduation.
Right.
And then she went to Hoboken. She's the only one of my children that went to Hoboken High School. Everybody else went elsewhere. And she did very well. She was an English teacher for 15, 16 years in Newark, and now she's a school counselor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she loves Hoboken like me, because she moved to Bergen County. She hated it. She came back to Hoboken.
Okay. We like that story.
Yeah.
And the third child?
That's Michael. That's also Demers, 2005.
Right.
Middle school. And then he went to high-tech high school. And he's a social studies teacher in Longwood, Long Island. He was a teacher in Newark. Then he met his wife. The wife taught at Hoboken High School. They got engaged, and she moved back to Long Island because they paid the teachers very well. And he's, I believe, this is his 10th year teaching social studies in.
What town, do you know?
He teaches in Longwood, but he lives in Midtown.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And
And this is my baby. She just got married in May. She got married in Cancun. She worked for the city of Hoboken. She's in the finance department. Very, very bright. Very, very bright.
so you have 4 kids in the house growing up?
3 kids, because
3
my
kids.
first daughter from previous marriage.
Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
Got it. Got it. So, but what block did you live on?
Well, I lived on 10th and Bloomfield for about 2-3 months. Then my parents found an apartment on 5th and Adams, right across the street from the Keeley School, which is now the Castle.
Right.
And then we moved to 8th and Willow for about 4 or 5 years. And then my parents decided to buy, and that's where I am now,
Sure.
on Grand Street.
So we'll kind of hold on this. Back to Tom Vezzetti. He's definitely like a keystone in your life.
Absolutely.
And then once he won, you got involved in City Hall
Yes.
professionally.
Tom, well, not Tom directly, but one of his personal aides goes, Luigi, I have to meet you tonight. I said, where? Castle Point Diner. That was right next door to Vezzetti's
I
headquarters.
remember that, yeah.
And I said, Angelo, I said, what are you going to meet me for? I have a position for you. And I took it. And I spent 1 year in the rent control office. And then the rest of the 30 years I spent in the municipal court.
Right, right. So who would be the judges?
I started with Judge Giordano, and I believe he passed away. And then Ross London was the judge for 3 terms. Judge Zamrin also passed away while on the bench. Kimberly Glad. Who else? Kimberly Glad, Judge Fazio. And the last judge that I retired was Michael Mangello, which he also passed away.
Right.
Wonderful person.
Michael.
Wonderful person.
Yeah, I agree. And what was it like working in City Hall?
You know, this is very sentimental to me because I was a maniac at my work. I love my job so much. Only my wife could tell you about this. I was supposed to start at 7 in the morning because we used to get 2 hours overtime to prep, 7 to 9. But I was such a fanatic. I had everything in order, all the cases, so the day would go smoothly. So the first thing I used to go to the police department, pick up all the arrests from the night before and do work. And I had to call the Hudson County Correctional Facility to see who the prisoners were. That's why because what happened was, if you call late, then you'll be the last one for video conference with the prisoners. So I had to go there and make sure I have to arrange my day the right way. I used to love my job. I used to love my job.
So, like you would go to court for some reason, parking tickets or whatever, but before you would be all the people who had handcuffs on, right?
Yes, because it was mixed. It was traffic and criminal.
Right.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense.
Intense, yes.
Yeah. And would they come in the same door as the?
The prisoners?
Yeah.
Well, the prisoners back then, before he got condemned, there was a door in the basement. So they used to come up, they used to get, I guess, handcuffed, and then we used to go one by one and disappear in front of
So
the
to
judge.
separate
Yeah,
them.
I think you remember the old jail. used to
I
be.
do.
Yes, yes.
And we're talking about the jail.
The jail, yeah.
Yeah. So were you there when the jail was still functioning?
Not really, because it became a holding cell.
It
It got condemned by the state.
Right. It was.
Thank God.
It was an awful place.
It was awful, awful,
Yeah,
awful,
definitely,
awful.
definitely. So, and you know, you said Tom is one of your favorite mayors, but you also, since then, you served under Dawn Zimmer.
Well, she was the mayor, but she
Right.
was not my boss. But yes,
I mean-
but Dawn was incredible. Dawn was just a great administrator, great. I'm not going to say politician because she was not a politician. I think she was an excellent CEO, And that's exactly, a president should be that way, a senator should be that way, a
Right.
mayor. She was a CEO.
And again, she really didn't have much experience.
She did not, but she knew what she was doing.
She did it.
She knew what she
Smart
was doing.
lady.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
Smart lady.
And very gutsy when it came down to it. I mean, she would,
Tough.
you know, right.
She was tough.
I mean,
She was tough.
certain
She was
things
tough.
she did, you wouldn't
She
imagine
was tough. She
any
was
mayor
tough.
would do.
No, nobody.
Right.
She was tough.
Sure.
Not even Tom was that way. Tom was mellow.
Right, definitely mellow.
Yeah.
That's-
He was just, Dawn was incredible. I honestly, the year that I retired was 2016, and Dawn was due for re-election on 2017. So I saw Dawn in the hallway. I said, Mayor, I'm very disappointed. I said, why, Luigi? Because now that my shackles are off, that I could get involved in politics, because when you work for the judiciary, you're not allowed to be involved
Sure.
in politics. Now that I really want to work for you, campaign for you, you disappointed me. Oh, you're not running for re-election. Because I was all ready to go out for her and
Sure.
campaign.
So, can you talk about why you like politics?
Like I said before, in 1967, there was a mayor election in my town. And one of my mom's cousins for the Christian Democratic Party ran for mayor of the town. And they were the socialists, they were the incumbents. And I used to go there with my parents, not my parents, because my father didn't like neither one. Because my father was a member of the Italian Communist Party. He didn't like the socialists or the Christian Democrats. Matter of fact, he did not vote. But my mother used to go there, and I used to listen to the debates and everything. And I think that was my first initiation with politics. Yeah.
And you like I mean, it can get a little ugly too, right?
Absolutely. And my second, I think the most important turning point in my life with politics was, I believe it was 1971. We were playing soccer in Brazil, and with my friends, and we heard the gunshots, boom, 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 machine guns. Back then, Brazil was ruled by the military junta, and I killed about 15, 16 people not too far
God.
from my house. And I said, "Oh my God, this is not a way to live," and that impacted my life a lot, and that was another reason why I was an idealistic person.
Sure.
Yeah,
And you enjoy when they do debates?
I enjoy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy debates.
Right.
Yes.
And then it sounds like you enjoy going out and campaigning too.
Yeah, but I'm not that young, Bob, anymore. I'm not 21 years old when I was with Tom Vezzetti.
Yes.
Now I'm 65,
That's right.
and I think campaigns are run different now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very good with computers, not good with phones. I like to talk to people.
Sure. But I
And,
think in Hoboken, it's still a people
yeah,
town.
Yeah, it's a people town, yeah. But I don't think they use the door knocking like they used to.
Right.
I mean, that's...
Right. Maybe it'll come back.
One thing I have to tell you, in New York City, they still use today. Because we are doing in New York. We are knocking on doors.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we don't get into politics.
No, I'm not.
But it's sort of...
Everybody knows what I am.
Right.
I don't hide what I am, and I don't stay on top of a wall and jump and say, oh, you won. No, they know what I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the reason why people either like me or dislike me.
Right.
You know what to expect from me.
Mm-hmm. But I was going to say, can we talk a little bit about the election across the river?
Yeah, I mean, certain things I could talk. I'm so happy that I was introduced to candidate Zoran Mamdani. I liked him very much, and I asked him, I said, I want to volunteer in your campaign. He goes, sure, we have room for everybody here. And then, of course, they go background check and everything else, and he liked me.
So you're going to get involved.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So maybe you'll feel young again and you'll knock on some doors.
I think my role is going to be more to hang out in his campaign headquarters and serve water to people that they're campaigning.
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that.
We'll see.
So we'll see.
We'll
right,
see.
Right. So tell me about the club in Hoboken.
The club has been here since 1935. I served as president twice. In 2007, I became president again, I believe, in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just, matter of fact, in January, I was the chairman of the club for 8 years, and I decided not to get involved because the reason why, first of all, I did my share. I gave my word to the Hoboken, one of the candidates for mayor, and I told her I was going to dedicate my time for her. And now with Zoran in New York, if I have to take a commitment, I have to give you 100%. If I give you 1%, that's not me.
Right. So here you are in front of the club. What's the address again?
I believe it's 531 Adams.
Right. You can't miss it.
No, I can't miss it.
And do you know a little bit about the history of the club?
Yes and no. It was founded by 7 great people.
Okay.
7 great people.
Any Percontinos?
The 7, no. Remember, no.
Do you remember some of the names?
The president was, his last name was Caporino, Antonio Caporino. Then there were 2 brothers, the last name was Pasquale. Who's the other one? Rizzo, I believe, no, there were 3 Pasquale. Anthony Pasquale was a barber, and he was the one that I believe he did the most for the club. And still today, if I can, I want some type of street or something renamed in Monte San Giacomo because of him. What he did for the San Giacomese community, this man was incredible. And I'm very lucky that I met him at the end of his life. The man was incredible. He used to shut his barbershop, take 2 people for interviews, for jobs, citizenship, green card. The man was the greatest. Would have been up to me, the club wouldn't even be named San Giacomo. It would have been Antonio Pasquale Club. that he deserves that.
No.
The man was great.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so you kind of mentioned some things that he did, like the green card and so on. So would the club really do that, provide that kind of service?
No, we don't.
No,
but he did it of his own heart.
So it wasn't a club
But
thing.
don't forget that he was there in the 50s during Johnny Grogan, one of the most strongest mayor in Hudson County. So he was very close to Johnny Grogan. Johnny Grogan became friends. He made him become with some congressperson. So he used to get all the...
Okay,
yeah.
he could get some
But
favors.
he helped everybody.
Right.
Tony Pasquale helped everybody.
So what happens in the club?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh, right. But
I
when
guess they play cards, they socialize, they drink.
Right.
They do the pig fest, I believe, although I wasn't there this year. They do the St. Anne's feast. And
So
I believe they're going to have the anniversary soon.
Right.
Which I'm not going to be there.
So St. Anne's is the patron saint connected?
Oh, Monte San Giacomo. St.
Right.
Anne's and San Giacomo.
Right.
San Giacomo the 25th and St. Anne the 26th.
Right. And so who's the saint for San Giacomo? Isn't there another figure?
St. Anne is the patron saint.
Okay, I thought there was another. I remember.
San Giacomo is the saint.
Oh,
San
see, that's what I missed.
That's why the town is named San Giacomo.
Okay.
Yeah. San Giacomo was a saint from Spain.
Really?
San Jacopo Compostela, if I'm not mistaken, right, my friend?
So, so is the club? You're not in touch with the club as much as you
I
used
go
to
there,
be.
drink my coffee, and I leave.
Right.
Because I have no responsibility.
Yeah, so you can sort of enjoy it more.
Yeah, well,
Right. And it's primarily men, or is there a women's auxiliary?
it's men and they have a women's auxiliary that meets on Tuesdays, the first Tuesday of the month for about 10 months out of the year.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And
My wife is a member.
Okay. Would they also be involved in the St. Anne's Guild, the women?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not because I'm not very religious.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're political.
I'm not very religious.
Okay.
Like Karl Marx used to say, religion is the opium of the masses.
Say it again?
Karl Marx used to say, religion is the opium of the masses.
Opium,
And
okay.
I still believe that.
Okay.
But I respect everybody.
Sure. Okay. Wise words.
That's what he used to say.
Sure. So here's the whole gang.
Yeah, those are my 5 grandchildren. The love of my life.
Wow. It's quite a group. And
Yeah.
is this, do you remember this occasion?
Was Carmine's birthday party.
Okay.
Carmine.
Carmine, okay.
4th birthday party.
Okay, so 2 Carmines. Oh, no, yeah.
One Carmine.
Okay,
No, Michael,
Right.
Alessandro, Carmine, Elena, and Anna.
Right. I always mix up Carmine.
Oh, yes. But he's
Percontino.
Percontino, and this one is Sagisi.
Okay. And Carmine being your cousin. right?
Yes.
How many Percontinos in Hoboken, you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but you're all kind of related?
Well, in Hoboken, as of now, there's only two.
Okay,
Because everybody moved out to somewhere else. There's only
Got
two
it.
Percontinos.
okay,
Carmine and me,
Gotcha.
I believe, unless I made a mistake.
right. After this, you may
And
hear
my
from
kid-
one.
and my kids.
And your kids, cool. Okay. And here you are at your favorite place?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Bob, I tell you why this is my favorite place. Because neither of these teams are the teams that I root for. I go there to enjoy.
Uh-huh.
The team that I root is Napoli. But I cannot enjoy watching because I get nervous because I'm a fan.
Okay.
So I go to this game just to pass time.
So if it was your favorite team, you would just be such on edge and tense?
Well, people that know me, they cannot watch Napoli next to me because I go nuts. Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
And that's the
but
only
do you
thing.
go? Do you go?
To watch Napoli?
Yeah.
No, Napoli's in Italy. I
Oh,
watch on TV.
Okay, I thought they might come here.
If they come here, then I go.
Right. Isn't there a big soccer event coming next
The
year?
World Cup.
Yeah,
World
so
Cup.
maybe they'll come for that.
Bob, not too long ago, they had the World Club World Cup. I went to almost every game.
Wow.
Almost every game I went.
Wow.
2 weeks ago, I went to watch Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
When I can and I have the time, I go to every game.
Right.
Matter of fact, Saturday, I'm going to go see, hopefully, the Red Bulls against Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a live soccer game.
You should come with me.
Okay.
I got plenty of
Invite
tickets.
me if you got extra tickets.
Plenty of tickets.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that. We'll take you up on that.
Yeah.
And
And you will enjoy it because it's not my team. I just stay quiet and watch.
right, yeah. Don't go. I don't want to see your team play.
No, you,
Have to
I don't want anybody next to me.
We'll have to restrain you on there. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've gone through our images. Is there some other things you want to talk about? Like some early impressions of Hoboken when you first moved here, maybe?
When I came to Hoboken on March 18, 1973,
There it goes with the dates again. It's amazing.
we landed at Kennedy Airport from Rio de Janeiro. I think the temperature was at the end of summer. It was about in the 80s, 90s in Rio, because I lived in Sao Paolo, but Sao Paulo did not have an international airport. We had to do Sao Paulo, Rio. Then we landed here the day after St. Patty's at Kennedy Airport, so I get about 6 o'clock in the morning. And our family came to pick us up. And what a shock, because when I left San Giacomo March 9th of 68, I left snow on the floor. When I went to Brazil, I saw no snow. So when I came here on March 18th of 73, the first thing outside was the snow. I said, oh my God, how beautiful. It was some kind of a snowstorm.
Right.
It was just incredible. And I liked Hoboken. I really liked Hoboken. I like Hoboken. I love Hoboken. But when I got here, I liked it right away. I missed my friends from Brazil, yes.
Right.
Yeah, and my friends from school, and because I didn't have many relatives there. All our family was here. That's the reason why we came here. Because my mother had 2 sisters here, and my father had 4 or 5 brothers and sisters here. And that's why they reunited the family. But my father was never happy. I have to say this. He liked Brazil.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he go back? I'm not.
To Brazil, no.
No,
he
didn't.
went back to Italy, and that's where he passed away.
Gotcha.
But he liked Brazil a lot.
Right,
He loved
right.
Brazil. He goes, what country you go out in the morning with a suit and tie, and you don't work in an office, you come back at 12 o'clock, you have lunch, go back, and you sell papers, and you're rich. My father used to sell the lottery.
Right.
That's what most of the San
really?
Giacomo's community did that. They sold the lottery.
Okay.
It's not like here that you go to a machine and you buy the lottery and stuff over there. You used to buy the lottery and you used to go sell it outside. He goes, that's what my father used to say. He goes,
And do you? You've spent a good deal of your life here, and when you walk around Hoboken, you know, it has changed so much, and probably good and bad. What do you miss from the old days, or not?
in the old days, not much. I like Hoboken now more.
You like Hoboken now?
Yes, I like
which
Hoboken.
is so cool to hear.
I have to say one thing, and I don't want to offend any born and raised, because that's not me. I like the newcomers that came to this town. They brought to this town lots of things that was not there before.
That's
It's just incredible. The only thing I disagree was this savage development. I'm totally against this savage development.
So we were talking before, I never heard the term savage
Oh,
development.
that's my term.
Right, but did you say it came from Tom?
Tom Vezzetti, yes.
Tom Vezzetti?
Yes.
That's like 1986.
Yes, yes.
So
85.
85, but just think how much development has occurred since then.
Development is good. I'm not anti-development. Hoboken should be left the way it was. Gentrification, yes. But don't put a building 3 stories, you make 6, you make 7, you make 10. That's killing the Hoboken that I knew.
Sure.
Yeah. But developers are greedy and
Right. It's capitalistic.
and I'm not a capitalist.
Right.
So
So now we have super savage development.
Super
right?
savage,
Super
yes.
savage. In there. Wow. Okay. I think we've unless you want to bring up anything else, but I've enjoyed the conversation. Any last calls?
I want to bring up one person that was fundamental to my life.
Please.
One of my college professors, and I think he's listening right now. Hi, Dr. Paul Mustacchio. I just want to say hello to you, and I am who I am today probably because of you and those beautiful classes that we took for. I believe I had you for 10 classes in political science.
10.
10, because I believe there was 36 classes. 2 classes were taken with different professors, but I took 10 classes with him. And I appreciate, and you were just incredible to my life.
Wow.
Especially the day that I presented my thesis in comparative politics. You just walked me right through. I was so nervous, but you made me really, really feel good that day.
And you're still in touch?
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
He's
getting up there.
retired. He's getting up
sure.
there, but he was just
Right.
an incredible person.
Wow, that's really nice.
I don't miss his smoking in the classroom, though, because back then they used to smoke. That used to annoy me.
Right.
He was,
Well, we're all lucky when we have a great teacher that sort of imprints that
he
on
was
us.
fundamental to my lifetime. I had just, especially that comparative politics course was just incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah, Marxism, Leninism was another, the State and Revolution. I took all those classes with him.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So a nice conversation with Luigi Percontino.
Bob, thank you very much for
this is
having me
great.
here.
Sure.
And
we're going to do a few thank yous as we close out here. This, again, was Hoboken Talks. And then upcoming is we have an interview with Dave Roberts, former Mayor Dave Roberts, which will be, I believe, conducted by his son, Chris.
Chris, yes.
Yeah,
I
so
know
that
Chris.
should be
I
a
know
lot of
Chris,
fun.
yeah.
We've been doing a lot of mother-daughter interviews, but we haven't done too much father and son. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. And we want to thank the New Jersey Historical Commission. They're one of our main funders who have really had a lasting impact on the museum for over 25 years. And then this group of people are known as our Shipyard Circle, and they are the people who they help keep the lights on, let me put it that way.
Yes.
And a lot of these people are trustees, and you probably recognize some of the names. So we thank all you folks. And Iron State, which formerly known as Applied Companies, is a big supporter of the museum. They donate the space that we're broadcasting from, and we thank them every day. Don't want to assume anything. And then just want to mention in our upper gallery where we're broadcasting from, we have a nice watercolor exhibit, art by Eugene, that's Eugene Gleason, which is presently on display and will be up until September 21st. And we also have our main gallery, the exhibit The Hoboken Meadows, which deals with 19th century Hoboken, when a lot of it was literally meadows. And, we kind of wonder why we have issues with flooding and, sinkage and things like that. And you'll learn why, what the natural landscape of Hoboken was and why we might have meadows. This is before savage development. And we love you to tune in, go onto YouTube, make some comments, subscribe. It gives us greater outreach when you do that. And as I said, we have many programs. So we have a call in from Vincenzo Castiglione.
Yes.
And read what he says.
Un abbraccio a Luigi da Roma. Sends the hugs from Rome.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. He's a custom agent in Rome Airport.
Oh, nice.
Good person to know.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are signing off on Hoboken Talks. Thanks again, Rand Hoppe, for broadcasting, engineering, and thank you for the guests in the background there. And Luigi, this is great.
Thank you.